Well, hello there, people with internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 7 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Fallen Angel. In the previous episodes, we went on a sort of date with Yuri, I guess. We went out to get tea, and Yuri got embarrassed to order her tea, just like in Blue Skies, and we once again saved her from further embarrassment by ordering. And then we told Yuri not to worry about those assholes that were being impatient behind us in line. And now we're heading off to Sayori's house. We arrive in front of Sayori's house. Mark, are we you and Sayori neighbors? Yep, that's my house right there. I point to the house next to where we are. Anyway, let's go inside. You're just gonna walk inside? Relax, I texted her earlier saying I was coming over. Plus, Sayori and I have been friends for so long, it's completely normal for us to just waltz into each other's homes. Sayori? It's a bit uncharacteristic for Yuri not to be rushing down to greet. Oh god, no, please no. I walk upstairs to Sayori's room as Yuri hesitantly follows. I knock on the door. Sayori, can I come in? Sayori doesn't answer. Oh god, no. Maybe she isn't home. Sayori is always home. I knock on the door once more. Please no. Please no, please no, please no. You better be dressed because I'm coming in. I gently open the door. Oh, you bitch! You absolute bitch! You bitch developer! I like that, that's pretty nice. Oh, I hate you, but I also very nicely done. Mark? Yuri! What are you doing here? Well, Yuri and I were having tea together and I thought it'd be fun to pay you a visit. I see. This isn't right. Bringing Yuri here should have made Sayori happier, but it seems I've accomplished just the opposite. You have a lovely home, Sayori. Thank you, Yuri. Is it just you here? Yep, my parents are away on business trips, so it's just me and Mr. Cow. Sayori points to a stuffed cow on at the foot of her bed. Sayori? Yes? That's a female. Ah! Males don't have udders. Is that so? Well, this is fun, right? All of us together. Oh. My sentences cut short by a phone ringing. I reach for my pocket, but it is not mine. I turn towards Yuri. I'm sorry, but I have to take this. Yuri steps outside and answers her phone. The phone. Now it's just me and Sayori and Mr. Cow. No, it's Mrs. Cow. Yeah, there, Mrs. Cow. You stand in awkward silence for a moment. So, you and Yuri, huh? What? Wait, Sayori. I don't know what you've got going on in your head, but I promise it's not like that. You can't hide your feelings, Mark. It's obvious since day one you and Yuri have been falling for each other. My face is red hot right now. Sayori must have turned her AC off. I don't know what you mean. It's really great seeing you make friends. I'm really happy for you. Now I know something isn't right. Something is bothering her. Sayori, what's wrong? I step closer to her. I know when something's up. You can't hide it from me. Sayori gives me an empty laugh. That's where you're wrong, Mark. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. What do you mean? This isn't good. You weren't supposed to see me like this. I feel like I've been hit by a semi-truck. Flashbacks to when I caught Yuri conning herself in the hallway filled by mines. I tried to shake it off. Sayori, whatever it is you're going through, let me help you. You don't seem to understand, Mark. I don't want to be helped. Help is for people who deserve it. I still can't wrap my brain around what she's talking about. Sayori, I don't understand what you're saying. Well, I don't understand. What are you saying? What? I don't understand. Comma, what are you saying? Or, I don't understand what you're saying. One of the two. You're just going to make me spell it out for you, huh? Mark, for all my life I've struggled through very bad depression. I've had voices in my head telling me that I don't deserve happiness. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I feel as if there's nothing worth waking up to. Why go to school when I have no future to look forward to? Why wake up when every day the pain grows more and more? Why wake up whenever I try to see the silver lining in my vision is blocked by rainy clouds? Tell me, why should I wake up just to put a mask on to hide myself? Why make friends when all they do is just use is usually to feel better about themselves. When you're seen as the clumsy one or the goofy one. The one who can never show any other facial expression besides a forced smile. Why wake up? And the other person who was the sole reason for me going through all this pain is in love with another girl. My heart, yeah, I would definitely get a fucking heart attack right then and there if I was there. But again, kind of like what I said to Yuri, you don't have to, yeah, it's not like I can fucking convince the voices in your head, but if people don't appreciate you, if they only appreciate you just because you are the goofy one all the time, and if you're not the goofy one for one day and then they don't appreciate you anymore, then they're not your friends. Your friends appreciate you when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you are a lot of bad emotions. Actually, they're still there. Those are your actual friends. Your fake friends are the ones that are only around when you're happy, and then when something crappy goes on, they leave immediately, or they don't make themselves known. And all of a sudden, they're nowhere to be found. But your real friends are still there, even after you drop your mask and show who you really are. Your real friends will still be exactly there, maybe even closer, preferably even closer. Feels my entire world has been hit with a big avalanche. My entire friendship with Sayori. I've been blind this whole time. What? I put my Sayori into my arms. I hold her softly. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I never knew Sayori. I promise you, from now on I will do everything I can to make every day a little better for you. Mark, Sayori isn't holding me back. I press her hands against my chest. She presses her hands against my chest and pushes me away. You don't understand. No one understands. I don't want people to worry about me. It's bittersweet, you know. That word feels like a knife twisting in my chest. Sometimes it feels nice, and other times it feels like a hammer being smashed against my head. It all makes sense to me now. Why you came here. It's the world wanting to punish me. I know I deserve to be punished, but this is beyond torture. Seeing you here, seeing you with Yuri, it's like my eyelids are forced open while I have to watch a spear going through my chest. And the person driving it through me is the one I trusted the most. I'm so sorry, Sayori. Every waking moment, every heartbeat is a cry in pain. Sayori, I don't have the slightest clue as to what to do here. Whoa, hi. I step close to Sayori and gently grip her shoulders. I know I can never understand what's inside your head. And I know I haven't treated you the best I could have all these years. But I still know that's what's best for you. I give Sayori a sad smile. And I promise you that I will always be by your side. But Mark, I remember how Yuri once told me the eyes are the window to the soul. And as I look through Sayori's windows and peer down into her broken soul, there's only one thing for me to say. Yeah, you will always be my dearest friends, no choice. You will always be my dearest friends, yeah. Get out. What? Get out of my house! Go away! No! But Sayori, I said get out! She grabs a glass... What? She grabs a glass paperweight that's sitting on the desk and throws it at the wall beside me. Shattered glass ricochets off the wall. I frantically sprawl out of her bedroom and downstairs. I run all the way outside. Yuri follows me, now off her phone. Mark, what's wrong? We'll talk about it later. I look back. Sayori slams her front door closed. You shouldn't have come here, Yuri. I'm sorry. It's okay, Mark. As you said, Sayori has been acting differently recently. Perhaps she didn't mean whatever she said. I think back to what she said. My best friend's suffering through depression her whole life. And I've been oblivious to it. I made fun of her for sleeping in, or for being super clumsy. It's all my fault. I turn to Yuri and realize she's been staring blankly at me this whole time. Sorry, I just got lost in thought. You know what helps me to clear my head? I usually go to the local bookstore and read. Of course you do. I smile at Yuri. I think I could use a good book to clear my head. We start off to the bookstore. Have you ever seen a more beautiful place, Mark? I can't say I have. Admittedly, before I met Yuri, I wouldn't be caught dead next to a bookstore. But as I've grown closer to her, I've actually started to build up a passion for reading. Mark, do you see that? I follow Yuri's finger to see what she's pointing at. It's an advertisement for a book. A Sakura's Guide. I shake my head. What's that? It's supposedly the sequel to Infinite Isolation. It's about the main character's plan to escape, and the spirit of her late husband guides and protects her. What's the thing about Sakura? The husband was hanged on a sakura tree. Are you not paying attention to the book? The book said cherry blossom. They're the same thing, Mark. Looks like it's my turn to be embarrassed. I changed the subject. Well, why don't we buy it? Once we're done with our current one, we can start the next one. I wish we could, but unfortunately it hasn't been released yet. Only the title has been shown. The author hasn't mentioned anything else about the book. Wow, I can't imagine anything more annoying than an author teasing a project but never revealing anything else about it. Cough. Was that a reference to something again, or just general jab at companies doing that? Well, with that said, would you like to continue reading? Or was that like a self-aware joke? Like at some point the character, the developer of this mod did that, and he's like just making a self-aware joke that he did that at some point. Oh, what we're gonna do? Well, with that said, would you like to continue reading? I would love to. Luckily, the bookstore has a copy of the book. I grab it and we sit at an empty table. Yuri and I go through the next few chapters in silence. It's getting late. Would you like for me to walk you home? My, what a gentleman! My face grows hot. I guess the bookstore keeps their AC off as well. Don't mention it. As we walk out, the boy at the register calls out to us. Hey Yuri! Yuri sees the cashier waving at us. Quickly she rushes out the store. I follow suit. Yuri, are you okay? Did you see how everyone was looking at me? How did he know your name? I come here a lot and sometimes he tries to start a conversation. I try not to come whenever he works. Even if I'm really into a book, I'll wait. One L missing. I'll wait to purchase it until he's off shift. Did he do something to you? I'll go over there right now and... No, he's never done anything besides make light conversation. Then why do you avoid him? To avoid conversation. I knew Yuri was introverted, but I must admit this is a tad bit absurd. She goes out of her way and even inconveniences herself just to avoid a single interaction. We walk the rest of the way home in silence. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Yuri. I start to head back home. Mark, wait. What is it? It's very late. No, what are you doing? No! No! I'll be fine walking home. Thanks though. But Mark, would you like to, if you wanted, you could... Are you asking me if I want to spend the night? Is this for real? I would never have imagined that Yuri would ever ask me a question like that. Or any girl for that matter. Alright Mark, play it cool. Sure. Well, no, it can't really play it cool. You almost missed that. You almost missed that hint. It's a very good thing Yuri was persistent. Otherwise, like years later, you would realize, hang on a minute. Really? Yeah, maybe we can even read more of the book. And maybe you can show me how to make tea as well or something. My eyes dart towards the sidewalk out of nervousness. Yuri then smiles softly. I'd like that. We both walk inside Yuri's house. I'll start the tea. Okay, I'll get the I don't have the book. I keep it in my backpack. Yuri comes back. Is something wrong? I don't have the book. Yuri softly giggles at my distress. Why, did you forget where you are? She gestures to a large bookcase in the living room. Ah! I walk over and sure enough I find the book titled Infinite Isolation. I pluck it from the shelf and take a seat on the couch. Yuri comes back, tea in hand, and places the teacups before us on the table. We get in our normal reading position and continue to read for a little while. Are you ready to go to bed? Yuri rubs her eyes and nods. Alright, we'll stop here. I close the book and stand up. I guess I'll be sleeping here. Mark, you're my guest. What kind of host would I be if I let you sleep on the couch? Well, where else am I gonna sleep? I get an anxious feeling welling up in me. Is she going to ask me to sleep with her? Yuri? Is she asking me Yuri? Yuri is asking me to in her bed? Hold up, Yuri, are you about to say what I think you're about to say? I'm sorry. It was a stupid question. I shouldn't be pushing this too far. Maybe it's best if you go home. I'm sorry I forced you to spend time with me. Yuri, again, you're overthinking things. You didn't force me to do anything. I'm glad I'm here. And I suppose if you're okay with it... She looks up at me. I have a big bed, so we won't have to lay so close to each other. Yuri gives a small grin. We both share a small laugh, and then head upstairs. Okay. Act 2. A cure for pain. That was only Act 1! Oh, that was only Act 1. 2 weeks later. I slowly open my eyes. The warm sunlight peeks through the curtains. At first I was surprised when Yuri offered to share... Did I sleep here for 2 weeks? At first I was surprised when Yuri offered to share a bed, but I soon figured out why she wasn't nervous. She wasn't lying when she said she had a big bed. This thing is nearly 6 feet wide. I look over to see Yuri peacefully sleeping. For the past 2 weeks we've been taking turns staying at each other's houses to read, drink tea, etc. We're already on the last few chapters of our book. We haven't been going to the literature club at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure the club has been shut down since it was only Sayori and Monica. Even wrapped in thick blankets, I feel cold. Sayori loved the literature club and now it's gone. Mark? I'm knocked out of my trance. I turn to Yuri. Good morning, my purple princess. Despite sharing a bed, Yuri still seems uncomfortable with any displays of affection. I guess technically, with the exception of sharing a bed, our relationship hasn't progressed beyond just friends. I'm too scared to ask her to be my girlfriend. What are you thinking about? Huh? You were spacing out. Is something on your mind? I'm fine, just ready to start the day. I get up and head to the bathroom to do my normal routine. Once downstairs, I see that Yuri has already started making breakfast. What's she making? Just some pancakes. How fancy! I shoot Yuri a slight grin. She sends one back and continues cooking. I take a how are we still friends? We're acting like we're fucking husband and wife. I take a seat and start thinking about the past 2 weeks. Even with Yuri and I spending so much time together, we've yet to talk about her cutting. Yuri is very reclusive and I planned on waiting for her to open up to me, but that hasn't been the case. I've been preparing for when she did so I could help her. I've been contacting a psychiatrist who can help her and maybe even prescribe her with medication. Yuri comes to the table, sets down the plate in front of me and then takes a seat. Did you have any plans today, Mark? It's now or never. Yes, I did. Did it involve reading or tea? Yuri smiles whimsically, but I don't share her moment of happiness. She notices I'm not smiling and shifts to worriness. Is everything okay? Yuri, for the past few days I've come in contact with this why do you bring it like that? Like, why? Why? Like, don't you think she can do that herself if she wanted to? Or if she has tried. I mean, if you say that I've talked to the psychiatrist because I wanted to understand her, then it's fine. But don't you dare say that I've scheduled a fucking appointment for her. Or some shit like that. I really think he could... Yuri jumps up, sending her chair crashing to the ground. Why? Why would you do this to me? She starts to march away, but I stop her. I don't think so. I grab her and I pull her into my grasp. She stands in front of me with a look of immense pain on her face. Yuri, please look at me. I promised you that I would help you. And I don't plan on breaking that promise. Mark, I don't think I can. Don't say that, Yuri. This man may be the answer we've been searching. Yeah, why like that? Why not discuss? We haven't even you literally said we haven't talked about it for 2 weeks. Why don't we start talking about it together first? And then you can say like, oh, I'm talking to a psychiatrist, but like not for her. Like I wanted to talk. If I were in this situation, I would talk to a psychiatrist so that I can understand you, because that guy knows about people that go through things that you're going through, so he can help me understand you better, and he can also help me. He can also help me. He can help me helping you better. If that sentence makes any sense, I think you know what I mean. Like, why are we already talking like I'm sending her off to there? Like, fucking hell. He can help you understand yourself and maybe even help with your, you know. She stares at the ground for what feels like an eternity. Sharp inhale. Okay. Okay, I'll go see your psychiatrist. Okay. Okay. My heart jumps out of my chest triumphantly. That's fantastic. I wrap my arms around her in a tight embrace, but she fails to do the same. I let her go. I'll call him and see when we can schedule a visit. It's obvious Yuri isn't excited about this as I am. I've been close to her all this time, and she has admittedly shut me out of most of her inner feelings. I can't imagine how she'll act having to open up to a complete stranger. I'm well aware this is hard, but it's for her own good. We should continue eating before it gets cold. I shake myself away from my thoughts and turn to the breakfast. Oh yeah, let's continue. We take our seats and eat the rest of our meals in silence. I peek over and can see Yuri visibly shaking. Her sleeves are loose and dropping down enough to where if I look hard enough I can see her arms. I can see the faint shadows of scars lined up and down. I whisper quietly to myself. I'll save you from the pain, Yuri. I decided to take Yuri for a walk through downtown to ease her mind. Mike, do you mind if we go in here? I look up at the sign. It's some clothing store. Yeah, sure. I grab the door and hold it open for Yuri. Yeah, that's a clothing store, alright? Once inside, I look for a bench to sit on. I'm not really a fan of shopping. That is, unless I'm shopping for a new video game or something. Do you know what you're looking for? Oh, I thought we could just look around. Look around? What the hell is wrong with women? Why would you go into a clothing store just to look around? Alright then. Yuri begins to shift through racks while I stand there aimlessly. Look at the posters on the wall. They all show attractive people in dramatic poses in clothes. Mark, have you seen anything you like? Yuri speaks to me from the other side of the rack. I look through the assortment of clothing. My eyes become fixated on a sundress. I walk up to it and put it on the rack. It's a long magenta sundress with thin fabric and spaghetti straps. As I'm looking at it, some guy walks up behind me. Hey, is that one purple? Purple is my favorite color. Hello, random guy? Purple's my favorite color too, but you don't hear me talking to random strangers about it. The guy takes the dress straight from my hand and walks up to the cashier and purchases. What the fuck? Alright, yeah, alright then. What the fuck was that? I walk over to the counter where the cashier is handing Yuri a bag. What's that? Just something for myself. A horrific roar bellows through the clothing store. Oh my god, the city's being attacked by a monster! I look down and see it's only my stomach rumbling. Wanna go somewhere to eat? Sure. Yuri smiles and we exit the store. What the fuck was that guy doing? What the fuck was that? I guess that was a reference to something again, but I don't know. I have no idea. He just walked up to me, said purple is his favorite color, and then stole the dress that I was looking at. And then he left, and then everybody was like, sure. Like, what the fuck? I mean, purple is also my favorite color, but I don't go stealing people's dresses like that. Alright, Yuri. What do you want to eat? Mark, you know it's not very gentlemanlike to make the lady choose. I'm sorry, I thought it would be funny to tease you. Yuri continues to giggle at my expense. It's mind-boggling just to see just how comfortable she's gotten with me. According to others, she isolates herself from most people. Then again, most people probably don't barge into her house. In the end, seeing Yuri smile lets me know it's all worth it. Alright, alright. You had your fun. How about we go to a ramen shop? I look quizzically at Yuri. Can't you just buy ramen for like 79 cents at a grocery store? That's the cheap store-bought ramen. Are you saying you've never had authentic ramen noodles before? Can't say I have. Do you think there's one nearby? I'm sure we can find one. No offense, Yuri, but we're in Japan. It's in a big city by the looks of this, so we should be okay. I pull up my phone and start searching for nearby noodle shops. I find one just a few blocks down. It's called Spaghetto's Bowl. My phone's about to die. Do you think you can pull it up on yours? Of course. What's the address? It is 1273 Rockefeller. 1273 down in Rockefeller Street. Okay, I do get that rap. That is very funny. I like that. 1273 Rockefeller Street. Oh my god, that is fucking amazing. Alright, found it. Then lead the way. 1273. Oh, what was the dance? It's like this, right? Like something like that. With that guy playing Osu and he's going completely nuts, and then when the song is about to drop, he fucking tosses his keyboard off his desk, and then he goes 1273 down on Rockefeller Street, and then the other guy comes to join in. I fucking love that video. Anyway, we walk the streets of downtown. It's a beautiful day. The hustle and bustle of the street is the same as always. A lot of people are walking around, probably enjoying the weekend, same as us. There's some guy standing in the middle of the sidewalk, menacingly. He's wearing a very light pink button-down shirt with menacing shorts, black belt and brown dress shoes. What? A very light pink button-down shirt with matching shorts, black belt and brown dress shoes. I don't know who that is. I guess that's referring to someone. His hands are wrapped over themselves across his abdomen, and he has a devilish blank smile on his face. Yuri and I quickly walk by him in hopes that he doesn't do anything to us. Okay, that must be another reference to something, but I don't know what it is. If you know it, you can drop it in the comments, but I don't know. Within a couple more minutes, we make it to the shop. I look up at the sign. Spaghetto's Bowl. That was a fucking stupid name. This is it. I hold the door open for Yuri and we step inside. Yoshinoya. It's cold in here. As soon as we step inside, a gust of wind blows against my body. This place definitely keeps their AC on. I look back behind the bar where the kitchen is. Chefs all hover above big pots, which I assume are full of noodles. The hostess approaches us. Hello, how many today? 2, please. Right this way. We follow the hostess to a table and take our seats. Your waiter will be with you shortly. She hands us the menus and walks off to seat the next guests. This is really nice, Yuri. I take it you've never been to a noodle shop before, Mark? Well, yeah. It's pretty neat in here. I look around the place. The dim lighting and music really set the ideal noodle eating atmosphere. I look over the menu. There's a lot of variety considering my previous views on ramen. What are you gonna get? Most likely the tonkatsu. You like pork? What do you mean? I just assumed. Uh-oh. That a lady wouldn't eat pork? I'm not sure if it's the kitchen, but my face is growing hotter and hotter. I didn't mean any offense. You're too easy to tease, Mark. You're not spelling two correctly. Two should be with two O's. Yuri? Of all people, you of all people, I expected you to get that right. I rolled my eyes at her. Okay, you got me. Very funny. It was pretty funny, to be honest. I do like how Yuri is getting very much more comfortable. It's really cool. I go back to reading the menu. I think I'll just have the same thing. A fine choice, Mark. The waitress arrives at our table. She places 2 glasses of water before us. What can I get you two? I'll have a tonkatsu. She scribbles onto her notepad. And for you, ma'am? Yuri begins to get nervous. She has the same look she had at the coffee shop. I'll have the same thing. My eyes widen a little as I stare at Yuri. The waitress, oblivious to the situation, writes down the orders. Phew. Will that be all? Yes. She takes the menus, then leaves our table. Is everything okay? I feel the corners of my mouth raise. Just wasn't expecting you to order. Yuri smiles shyly. Well, I suppose when I'm around you, I'm a bit more comfortable being myself. I give her another smile, and she gives one back. That in itself is a small victory. Exactly. The waitress returns, bowls in hand. Enjoy your meals. With a quick bow, she walks off. What's this? With my chopsticks, I point at a small bowl of red mixture. It's a spice you can put in your ramen. Oh, nice. I grab the bowl and begin to scoop it into my food. Oh, it's ridiculously spicy, isn't it? Mark, wait! What? It's very hot. You're supposed to only put in a small amount. Hence why it comes in such a tiny serving. I'm sure it'll be fine. Famous last words. After scooping out half the bowl, I set it back down and stirred the noodles with my chopsticks. I grab a chopstick full of noodles and shove it into my mouth. Yuri winces as soon as the noodles enter my mouth. It's not so hot. Oh, it's not so bad. Oh my god! Holy fuck! Oh god! I start breathing heavily. Smoke begins to bellow out of my mouth like a chimney. I feel so hot. I'm sweating all over my forehead. The broth feels like molten lava being poured down my esophagus. Who made this, Satan? Beads of sweat trickle down my face. Wow, those tears! I'm pretty sure they're tears. Either way, my mouth burns. I grab water and chug it down. No, I need milk! The pain fades away. Oh, wow, that's magic water then. Because water technically doesn't work. Wow. Are you okay? Well, who said that? Wow, was that you? No, I said that. I ate that. And then, holy fuck! And then like after I've calmed down a bit, and I just stare at those noodles. Wow. Are you okay? Yeah. On the bright side, my sinuses has never been this clear in years. We share a laugh and continue our meals. Mark? Yeah? Thank you. For everything. It was just lunch. No, I mean, I'm not referring to the noodle shop. I'm referring to everything. Everything you've done. I haven't really felt like I've done much. But when I think about it, Yuri probably hasn't ever had a day where she just goes out with a friend. Just one person being with her probably means the world to her. It's fine, Yuri. Like I said, friends stay by each other. Ah, hi! She takes her hand and intertwines it with mine. It's soft, yet tight. What the hell? Do you think I'm ready to be fixed, Mark? I simply smile at her. I stare into her lavender eyes. Healing begins the moment you accept the pain. I see a tear slides down her face. That's a very poetic line, by the way. She takes a moment to absorb my statement. I'll be seeing you, Mark. Have a good night, Yuri. She breaks away and enters her house. For a moment I stand there by myself as the cool winter breeze encapsulates me. My own words race repeatedly through my mind. We'll get through this, together.